堂课叫做 Proclaim the Favor of the Lord. So 同样的 how many of you here still remember the previous four topics? Previous four topics. Give me a hand. 4 topics. Okay, tell me the 5 plans that I talked about yesterday. 参去一下 No answer for them. Okay? The 5 plans that I mentioned about yesterday. Give me any one plan. Just give me any one plan. Prosper, okay? Protect, okay?
Relationship is God.
Okay.
Restore.
Restore, okay?
Favor.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go. One more.
Can I come to me?
5 plans. What's the last plan? Heal, restore,
Prosper.
prosper, protect.
Favor.
There you go. Okay, correct. 5 plans already. Huh? Okay. What are the 3 keys? Key of David. Okay. Second key. Time.
And
Okay. Last key. Prayer. Prayer and fasting. Okay. How about that's topic 2, huh? Topic 3. What are the 5 channels for God's physical favor to demonstrate on us? For God's favor to demonstrate on the physical favor. 5 channels here. Family, correct? And then health, correct? 3 more. Wealth, correct? 2 more. Relationship, correct? 1 more. Law of the society. Okay, very good. So let's move back to the last topic. So favor is a delight from God and He favors those who please Him. But there are also many examples from the Bible that they were once received His favor, but they lost it after all. Remember I said yesterday night, you have the choice to receive once, or you can choose to receive throughout your life. So there are examples that they did not receive God's favor throughout their life. So today we're going to look at this example, and first of all, today we're going to talk about how to proclaim the favor of the Lord. So when we talk about proclaim, it's an action of saying something that is going to happen. When I say there will be a conference on October, so indeed we have a conference on October. So when I proclaim something, this thing is going to happen. I'm not going to say something that's not going to happen. Example, I say this coming Friday is Hui San's birthday. So it's indeed her birthday. But I won't make it say that it's not going to happen. So proclaim is action of saying something that is going to happen. And usually every proclaim brings authority and responsibilities. So let's go on. So example, when I said there will be a conference 2 months ago, how many of you here were present when the time I said there is a conference during October? How many of you here were present when I proclaimed that there's a conference? I think the first batch of people that proclaimed this in GIV Fellowship should be around June. So all of the GIV specialists, consultants, colleagues, they actually know first before GIV instruction. So when I say there will be a conference, there is a conference, and I have to start prepare for the conference. So likewise, when we proclaim the favor of the Lord, you are expecting it to happen. When I say I am favored, you expect to be favored. When I say you come to attend this conference, do you come just for fun? Do you come just for eating? Do you come just for singing a song? Or do you come just because I'm too pretty? Okay? So you do not come just for me, just for you, just for her. You come is to expect that God's favor is going to happen on you, on your family, on your health, on your job. So we expect God's favor to happen. But how long does it take to happen? As I said previously about the conference, how long did it take for the conference to happen? About 4 months, okay? But exact preparation time is about 2 months. So Ms. Go and Ann knows the best. So how long does it take for God's favor to happen on you? Depends on how well are you prepared. For example, when a farmer went onto his land and began to sow seeds of it, Do you think he expects to have a harvest? Definitely expect for a harvest. But let me ask you another question. Does the farmer expect the crops grow tomorrow morning? No. Why? Because all of us know that it wouldn't happen, it wouldn't grow so fast tomorrow morning. But he has to prepare, he has to prepare the seeds, he has to prepare the storeroom, he has to prepare the supplier, he has to prepare the place to store all of his harvest. He wouldn't prepare it during the last minute. So today, we are expecting God's favor to happen on us. But you cannot say, I prepare last minute. Unless you are very well prepared today, then you can expect it to happen tomorrow. Or else, you cannot prepare last minute. Say, when I see God's favor coming, then I start preparing. You cannot see rain coming, then you start preparing for umbrella. Am I right? So likewise, the key for God's favor to happen depends on your preparation. But as I said before, besides being well prepared, what we proclaim carries an authority and responsibility. So I am authorized to organize this conference. For example, when I want a standing fan, they must bring me a standing fan. Okay? They cannot bring me a no standing fan. So when I authorize something, they have to do it for me. But I also have the responsibility to use it wisely. So I cannot say I want a standing fan, then for my own purpose, and then I cannot say I authorize this conference just for my own purpose. I have to use my authority wisely. So you and I today, when we proclaim God's favor, you have the authority to say, I have favor over this, over that, but you also have the responsibility to use it wisely. Okay? So when someone misuses God's favor, he will be stripped away. And when someone's stripped away from God's favor, I'm very sorry to say that this person may not be as passionate for God, and this person may not be strong in God, and this person may just go back and walk what he thinks is right. So please do not misuse the favor of God. So here I am telling today, what are the Bible examples of people who misuses their favors? So there are two groups of people I will share with you, which is Cain and Abel, Jacob and Esau. So first of all, let's look at Cain and Abel. So Cain and Abel are the children of Adam and Eve. So Cain is a farmer and Abel is a shepherd. And Cain is the firstborn of Adam and Eve. So when we look clearly at the Bible, a firstborn is very important. So how many of you here are firstborn? Firstborn. Elders. How many of you are the elders? Okay. William 你不是 elders 啊？你是最大的。你 raise up your hands 啊。So usually the firstborn just a Fuzhou tradition Usually in a household got a lot of children, usually the first one gets two portion, and then divided, the rest get divided. So if there are 10 children, so among these 10 shares, the eldest get 2 shares, and then the other get the remaining shares. So, am I right? Because Dr. has a large family, also I ask him. So I am also the firstborn. So in the Bible, the rest of the firstborn receives a double blessing than the other children. The firstborn receives double portion of blessings, and they originally comes with favor of God. So the firstborn enjoys the favor of God. But so Cain was originally chosen to be favored, am I right? Because he is the firstborn. But what happened to him? Can anyone tell me what happened to him in the end? Did he receive favor throughout his life? No. What happened is he lost his favor because he killed his own brother out of jealousy, angry, and hatred. So he killed his own brother. And in fact, in the Bible, he's the first murderer that happened in the Bible. So let's take a look. So when he killed his own brother, he lost his favor. He was no longer be favored by God. And he was cursed. And if you put it in modern times, that means he was forever jobless. Because he was a farmer, and then when you farm something, you plant something onto the land. So the land was cursed because of him, and he no longer enjoyed God's favor. How about Jacob and Esau? So Jacob and Esau are actually twins of Isaac and Rebekah. And Esau is the firstborn once again. So once again, Esau was originally chosen for the Lord's favor. I think when he is the firstborn, that's not even based on the land. Okay, so Esau was originally chosen for God's favor. However, did Esau receive God's favor throughout his life? No. But he did not kill his brother actually. But what happened is, Esau despised his birthright. And in the Bible, Paul said Esau despised his birthright. You know, his birthright is so valuable that he can receive a double portion of blessing after his father's death. But he exchanged his birthright just for a bowl of red bean soup. I won't exchange my birthright with a red bean soup, Also, I won't exchange my birthright with an abalone soup. So don't try to use soup and exchange my birthrights. So Esau despised his birthrights, and his birthrights were given to Jacob, which causes, in the end, Esau did not receive his blessings. Jacob stole his blessings away. So I do not encourage all of you here to steal someone else's blessing. So I do not encourage you to I do not encourage you here to steal another person's blessings, because Jacob did pay a heavy price for stealing away Esau's blessings. But because of Esau despised his birthrights first, and his rights, his blessing, his favor were transferred to Jacob. So we say the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So in fact, in the beginning should be Abraham, Isaac, and Esau. But because Esau despised his birthright, so it became Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So let us take a look. From these two groups of people, we learn that there's only one conclusion that can be made, that is, you can choose to walk in his favor or not. So I'm not asking you, forcing you to walk in his favor or not, or to live away his favor. But once you step inside this house, example, when you step inside this house, you are asked to keep this house clean and tidy and comfortable for us to stay. You don't come in and make a mess around this room and then you just say goodbye. So likewise, when you receive God's favor, you are authorized to use it, but you are also responsible for using it. So use them wisely, and I hope that you will receive His favor throughout life. How do we proclaim the favor of the Lord? Jesus said, if you have faith like a mustard seed, what will happen? What will happen? The mountains will listen to you, right? So the key, so when you proclaim the favor of the Lord, if you do not proclaim out of faith, you think it will happen? I think hard to say, huh? But when we talk about faith, you cannot say I desperately, it's not measured in how much I want something to happen. Example, I want God favor me in my health. So I keep on saying I want my health very healthy, I want to be healthy, I want to be very healthy. So you thought that is faith. But actually that is not. Faith is not measured in how much you want something to happen, but how much trust in God. You can say, I trust that God will give me a healthy body. When my time comes, when God wants to lift me up to heaven, then lift me up to heaven. When God wants me to stay back and preach, then I stay back and preach. So it depends on how much trust you put in God, but not how much I want something to happen. Every day open your wallet and see will there be $100 in there. Every day see for $100. No $100, you will soon find that you'll be very discouraged, because that is not a true faith, and that is not even a mustard seed faith. A mustard seed faith is you trust in God. And you know why did Jesus use a mustard seed? It's not because it's the smallest seed in the world. It's because mustard seed needs time to grow. When you sow a seed, you don't expect it to happen right away. When you sow a seed, you don't expect it to grow into a mustard tree next year, or next month, or next week, or even next day. Faith needs growing. And when you sow a faith, when you sow the seed of faith into God, you will enjoy His favor. So all you need is a very simple faith. So how many of you here need How many of you here think you need a big faith to believe that there will be a conference this October? How many of you think I just need to believe that there's a conference, that's it? A simple faith to believe that there will be a conference in October. Give me a hand, please. Just shake hands. So, you and I just need to believe that I am free. You and I just need to believe that there will be a conference, and then you just pack your luggage during the time, pack it up, and then just come to Singapore, and that's it. Am I right? Or like Anne, like Miss Law, you want to go back to Kuching, all you need to do is just pack your luggage and go back to Kuching now. Very easy. So why do you need such a big faith, a tiring faith to believe that God's favor will happen to you? All you need to do is pack your luggage and then go to the house of God and receive His favor, empty your luggage, get the things out, and then you leave the house. That's it. Very simple. Am I right? So all you need is a simple faith to believe in what God is going to do. And when you have a real seed of mustard faith, then you will enjoy what God is telling you. And even, I believe, the mountains will listen to you. So here's an example of how you and I can proclaim the Lord's favor in our daily lives. So I hope that you can remember this phrase. So let us speak together, okay? 1, 2, 3. I believe. Sorry, touch yourself. Okay. I believe I had the favor of the Lord, and I believe what He has promised. So you can say what are His promise. Maybe God said His plans for me to prosper me. You can say God promised me for health. God promised me to give me an abundant life. So you can put in the promise God has given to you. If you do not know what God promised you, or you do not know what the prophets telling you, just look in the Bible and search all the promises and just put it in. Will be done for me, for His favor is upon me. So you can say, I believe I had the favor of the Lord, and I believe what He has promised. So He has promised to give me a good job. My master will get it next month. And then He has promised me that He will give me a good boyfriend or girlfriend. Just put it in. Will be done for me, for His favor is upon me. So in Mandarin it says, 我相信我有主的恩宠，我也相信他有因着恩宠的缘故而成就他所应许我的太太啊，我的丈夫，我的工作，我的健康 ，everything just put it in. Okay? Is it easy enough? Simple enough? Every morning, just when you woke up, just speak this. Very easy. Am I right? How many here can do this for me? Give me a hand. How many of you here can do this for me? Just speaking this every morning or once in a week. Okay, now, next slide. Now, memorize for me. What's the phrase just now? If you cannot memorize it, then how? How are you going to speak it out? Okay, let us do again one more time. And this time, can you put the I into your name? Please don't say cancer. Canvas Johnson again. Okay, put your name inside I. Okay, like Joyce believe. Joyce had the favor of the Lord, and Joyce believed what He had promised. That He is not anyone else but God Himself. He promised, and then think of what you want God to promise you. If you want a good job, put it in. If you want good health, put it in. If you want your family to believe in Christ, put it in. And most of all, if you want to find a good boyfriend and girlfriend, just put it in. Okay? Will be done for me, for His favor is upon Joyce. Okay? Easy enough? Very easy? Let us have Chi to read for us first. Right? Come.
Ming Sing believed, Ming Sing had the favor of the Lord, and Ming Sing believed what He had promised.
Okay, you can think it yourself lah. I'm going to read it out lah.
I can read out. My Jalan Legundi will be fun.
Okay, who wants to volunteer next?
Can.
No me again, sorry.
Peter, come.
Peter believed Peter had the favor of the Lord, and Peter believed what he had promised
Or girlfriend.
will be done for me, person's favor is upon me.
Okay. Okay, later I will ask something in Mandarin. So, how about you, Zo? Wait for me, can? Okay?
So believe don't have the favor of the Lord I believe what He has promised.
Okay, just read out. Never mind.
When we don't fall, draw for His favor is upon me.
Okay. Now Mandarin version. Melody. Okay, from here. 你把你的那个我改去你的名字。你可以说 Melody 相信 Melody 有主的恩宠。但是或者 Mandarin name 我不知道 Mandarin name 是什么哈。啊，我跟你讲，我是放你的名字进去哦。Melody 的，你要他应许什么，你是放进去哈。OK， 再请第二个，Who wants to volunteer? William 的 William 吧 William。
威廉相信威廉有主的恩宠，所以威廉也相信他会因着恩宠的缘故而成就我所应许，
他所应许。
他所应许我的
OK， 我们请庄生来念华文的，来。
转身相信，转身有主的恩宠，转身也相信他会因着恩宠的缘故而成就他所应许转身的很多的因素。
OK， 这个不用讲，放在心里就好了。OK，so how many of you here can remember this already？ 举手一下，已经会记得了。How many of you can remember this？
Oh no. How many of you can remember this? Please give me your hand.
Cannot remember, never mind. It's your job. Remember this and inform all the staff. So 10月20号 Daily Fellowship, I will ask how many of you can remember this. OK， Miss Yang 你要背起来了哈。
我现在就是来超越我。
下完摆也是啦，也是
Okay,
啦。
so let's look at some verse. Okay, when you spoke out with faith, without doubt, you will receive what God has promised for you. And I do not know how many promises you want. You may ask for a lot. You may ask for 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, or if you have a small faith, you ask for 1 or 2 or 3. Okay, but please speak it out with a mustard seed faith. Next, so let us look at one verse, two verse. First of all, it's James chapter 1, verse 6 to 7. So let us read together. 3, 2, 1. But when you ask, you must believe and not doubt. Because the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea, blown and tossed by the wind. That person should not expect to receive anything from the Lord. So when you ask something, you do not expect that thing. You do not, your faith is not put in the thing happen. So if that thing did not happen, and then you think, no use, God is not good to me. Your faith is put on God Himself. So when you ask, you must believe. Believe who? Believe in God, not believe in the things, and not doubt. Because the one who doubts, when someone doubts, because when the thing you believe is not in God, it's hard for you to not doubt. Okay? When someone doubts, it's like a wave of the sea. You know sea waves? How does a wave form? Anyone tell me how does a wave form? When the wind starts blowing, you see the small ripple, small wave. So when someone doubts, it's like a wave. And then blown and tossed by the wind. So he can be very, very strong. His faith is very, very strong. But then he can go back very, very, very low. Example, if I believe I get a job. So if I believe in the job that will happen, I will say, I believe in the job, and then today I can be very strong in faith. But after few times my interview was not successful, I start to doubt God. So because the one who doubts like a wave, blown and tossed by the wind, and the wind here I have to say it's like something that's not unsuccessful failures, and then that person should not expect to receive anything from the Lord. because you will continue to doubt. You can be very strong today. After you leave this place, you find that your faith is so strong. I'm very strong in faith. But when you leave this place, sooner or later you find that I'm so weak in faith. So that person don't expect anything to receive from God. And then point number 2, when you ask, you do not receive because you ask with wrong motives that you may spend what you get on your pleasures. So please do not ask, I want a Lamborghini to park in front of my car gate tomorrow morning. Okay, please lah. If that will happen, please let me drive first. Don't think God is Aladdin. God is not Aladdin. God is not the genie. You got the magic lamp and then he will come out and say, I give you 3 wishes. And if you can find the magic lamp, I'm sure the genie is already bankrupt because he's given too many wishes to a lot of people. So when you ask, you do not receive because you ask with wrong motives. You do not bring a sick faith. You bring a sickness faith. So, you know, when you eat fruits, there's always sick inside, am I right? So, but when you ask with a sickness faith. The faith won't grow. You throw the thing, you don't throw any seeds on it. So no matter how much water you pour into the soil, how much fertilizer you put onto the soil, it will not grow because the seed is not sown into the flower pot. And do not ask with wrong motives. And when I say wrong motives, it says you spend with what you get on your pleasures. You don't ask, I want a Lamborghini so that when I want to fetch my girlfriend, I will show proud of it. That's for your enjoyment. It's your desire. So please do not. When I say God meets your needs, it does not say God meets your desires. So please get this clearly now. So just now we talked about the Feast of Tabernacle, and what has the Feast of Tabernacle in connection with the Lord's favor? The Feast of Tabernacle, first of all, is a festival to commemorate the Israelites living in booths on their journey to Canaan. So this feast is still significant for us today. Why? Stop here. Can anyone of you answer this question for me? Why this feast is still significant for us today? We are not living in booths. We are not going to Canaan. But why is this festival still significant for us today? Any one of you here is able to answer me this question? Let us have the clear answer this question.
God presence is a contact.
God's presence. Anyone? Any other answers? Miss God? This way? Wendy? Melanie? Peter? Johnson? David? What's the answer for this? Okay. So first of all, the Feast of Tabernacles, we know that it's a festival to commemorate the Israelites living in booths. As I've said, that this festival shows how much faith they put in them. Remember, when they are in Egypt, they live in houses. They do not live in tents. So, just to share a joke with you. So sometimes I will joke with Yixiang. I say, let's now if we go to Sematan or Damai, we just bring a tabernacle, we just bring a tent, and then we camp on the beach there, and then we just enjoy the beach hop. So they live in houses, but now they are living in tents, camp. This shows how much faith they put in God. And remember, they might not even know where is Canaan. And moreover, Egypt is a land full of riches. It's like modern day England, modern day America. It's so rich. It's a very good country, just that it may not be treating them very well. So the reason is this feast is still significant for us because we are still living in tabernacles on our journey to heaven. We may not live in a present tabernacle. We may not live in a tent. We may not live in a camp. But this tabernacle symbolizes our faith and trust in God. And we are the tent itself of God. So, as I said before, for the past 2 years, God lives in us. So where does God live? He does not only live inside your house, He lives inside our hearts. So we are the tent of God. And remember, the tent has 3 areas. So once again, the courtyard may be our physical body, so you can see me. And then the sanctuary may be your emotion, your soul, how I feel, how I thought. And then when I then when I go to job, when I go to the office, I can feel Monday blue. Okay, Monday blue and Friday joy. So and then the Holy of Holies represents the spirit, our spirit itself. So the Feast of Tabernacle, it does not only symbolize our faith, it does not only symbolize because we are the tabernacle. So look at the person beside you. Does she looks very good? Tell her you're handsome, you're pretty, okay? Okay. Does not only symbolize our faith, does not symbolize that we are tabernacle, but it also connects with the Lord's favor. In topic 2, we'll talk about the last room is called the ballroom. Can anyone of you can tell me again what is the key for this ballroom?
David.
So David, okay, raise your hands 一下，把你的家属拿出来一下哈。Give us the house key to unlock this ballroom 哈。Okay, we talk about unlocking the ballroom, which is called the key of David. So, anyone of you here can tell me what is the usage for a ballroom? It's used to organize a feast. So tonight, are we going to have a feast?
Yes.
Are you sure or not?
Yes.
So how many of you here have fast this morning and not eat any breakfast yet this morning? So I have not had my breakfast. So how many of you are planning not to eat lunch?
Johnson.
So how many of you here have a very good appetite for tonight's feast?
Peter.
Okay, so ballroom are used for holding a feast. As I've said before, we're not meant to only enjoy a feast in heaven. In fact, in heaven there's a true feast, wonderful feast, magnificent feast, and you want candlelight dinner also can. Just imagine what kind of feast you want. But we are also enjoying the joy and the celebration of the feast today. So you come here, you feel very happy, but not very sad. So how many of you here, when you come today, you don't feel very happy? How many of you here come here today, you are very happy to come here today? Thank you for this two supporters. So how many of you here come here today with no feelings at all? No happy and no sad? Okay lah. So they are also enjoying the joy and the celebration of the feast today. So Psalm 33 verse 5 describes the feast that the Lord has prepared for us, and I call it the feast of favor. So He favors you in front of your enemies. How many of you here do not have any enemies at all? How many of you do not have any enemies at all?
Ken.
Okay, besides Ken? Besides Ken? It's not. No enemies. It's not. How many of you here have enemies at home? Have enemies not at home. How many of you here have enemies? Probably those who are married will say that your enemies at home. Okay, so He favors us among our enemies, which is called, I'm not going to tell you here who are you going to hate, maybe in a university, maybe in the office. So just keep it to yourself, who do you like. But I hope it's not me. So He favors us among our enemies, which is spiritually, you can say that it's the devil itself, by working in us to overturn what the devil has intended to do to us. So, for example, the devil may throw a banana skin on the floor. And what happens if someone steps on the banana skin? Will it become a monkey? What happens when you step on the banana skin? You'll slip, you'll fall down. So the devil may cause a lot of spiritual banana skin put on the floor. He say, I want you to backslide in faith, I want you to leave God so I can throw a lot of banana skin on the floor. So you do not know. But instead, you backslide away from God, your faith grows stronger. So once, because my first batch of disciples were actually my family members, so I shared with them the gospel. So the first thing, at first I do not think they will believe. At first I think they were quite reluctant to believe. So they are like banana skins. But instead, they reluctant to believe. In the end, they were the most supporters or most loyal supporters to come and support me, especially my auntie in Hong Kong who came just to support us for the previous month. So example, Miss Lloyd, the first time I saw her, 很 cold. Why? When she go to my house, I tell her, hey, you must believe in Jesus. 1 year in, 1 year out. And then no matter how much Dr. Yong said to her, 1 year in, 1 year out. And then he even say, she's the first one to say, JIB, I wonder who is the big boss, huh? Is there any big boss higher than Dr. Yong? So, luckily for her, she did not work constantly. So instead, the devil wants her to keep on reluctant to believe in Christ. She believed and then she baptized during Easter service this year. So give her a round of applause, okay? So first of all, God favors you the enemies by overturn and overrule what the devil has intended to do to you. He wants you to fail, but God makes you success. He wants you to be sick, but instead God makes you be healthy. He wants you to be suffering in poverty, but God favors you and He prospers you. He favors among us and He lifts us, upholds us, and most of all, He anoints us, gives us strength and the authority that the devil has wanted to snatch from you. So when we talk about anointment, next page, it's an official declaration for someone to take over something. For example, when King David is anointed, David is anointed to take over the king of Israel. For example, when any one of you here can tell me what happens on the 9th of September this year. 9th of September this year. William, 不可能不知道吧？9月9号。I was anointed to be the lead pastor of Church. That is my 长长久久 day. So anointment is an official declaration for someone to take over something. So what is God anointing you to do? You may be an engineer, so God will anoint you for someone to be an engineer, someone to take over somebody's place. God will anoint you to be a draftman. Even God will anoint you to be a housewife, to take over the house. Okay? God anoints each one of us, no matter it's a housewife or house husband or an engineer, a draftman, a master, even like a bamboo multimedia designer. We are all anointed to this position. So perform well. Do not serve us and do not serve me. Do not serve Dr. Yong. Please remember who you are serving. You are not serving for human masters, but you are serving for the big boss of the world. So we have a motto in, I forgot what's the first. Can anyone remind me what's the motto of our company?
Friends at all times.
Friends you can rely on.
All friends are good.
Never use our cover letter.
So should we deduct this bonus? Should we deduct bonus? Okay. What is the verse in our company? Bible verse, not the friend you can be at all times. What's the Bible verse? Anyone can tell me?
Start with C. Colossians 3:3.
Okay, the next one. 背出来了。
Whatever you do, do it with all the heart as you are doing for the Lord of heaven.
Okay. So, do it for the.
Yeah.
Do it for the. Don't do it for the. Do it for JIB. Don't do it for Assembly. Okay? So, in His piece of favor, God anoints us, overturn what the enemy has for us, and He fills our cup with divine blessings so that we have access to help others. So in this company, you are a team. You do not work individually. Who is Ken's group members? Give me a hand. Teammates. Who is Ken's teammates? Under Ken. Wendy. Yesterday I told Ken, Wendy is so blessed because she will enjoy a lot of favor from Ken after he gets his master degree. Okay, who is Miss Poi teammates? Miss Poi teammates. Okay, Miss Poi teammates. Cannot see anything. Okay, how about RN teammates? Who is Dr. Young teammates? Nobody. I think Dr. Young. Hey, all JIB should give face and lift your face of hands up, okay? Who is the Young family? The Young family's teammates? Give me a hand. hands. Tonight, tomorrow morning, 0.5 bonus deduct. Okay, cheap and busy now, no bonus. Okay, never mind.
哇，两只手哎，跳一跳。
Okay? So that you have access to help others. So when we receive blessings, you find that He will not give you just enough. It's more than enough. So that you can complete your task and to help others to complete theirs too. So you work as a team, you work to help each other. A friend you can meet at all times, and then a friend you can always help at all times. Please do not work on your own, especially now sometimes you can help others. And then Miss Wong can help others also. Especially help Chin needs you a lot. So you have to help others too. So to conclude, God is holding a feast for every favorite one, and it connects with the feast of tabernacle. Because we are the tabernacle within the Holy Spirit dwell within us. Causing all things work for the good of us. How many of you can remember Romans chapter 8 verse 28? Romans chapter 8 verse 28. How many of you can still remember what this is talking about? Okay. So Psalm 33 verse 5, can we read together again? 3, 2, 1. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, and my heart overflows. So today, I hope that tonight enjoy your feast, okay? Eat yourself to the fullest, okay? And eat to the fullest. So you prepare a table before me. So enjoy the feast of favor. So last of all, celebrating the feast of favor. So how many of you here are excited for tonight? Woo! If you're excited for tonight, give yourself a round of applause. Okay, how many of you here are excited for this year bonus? Give me your hand. Excited for this year bonus? Give me your hand. Thank you, family. Not too excited. How many of you here wants to offer up their end of the year bonus to GKM? What? David, no? Don't say that. Okay, I hold accountable for that. Okay, so how many of you here is ready to celebrate the feast of favor? Give me your hand. Ooh. How many of you here thinks that after this morning you are favored by God? Give me your hand. Ooh. Why this one? Why few of them never raise their hands? How many of you here think you are going to receive half of His favor after this morning? Half. How many of you here still thinks I'm still outside the door of favor? Give me your hand. Okay, so let us celebrate the feast of favor. So therefore, we are chosen to receive and celebrate the feast of God's favor. This favor is given to those who are willing to receive. That's all. And lastly, we will conclude this morning's sermon, this morning's sharing, with a parable of the banquet. So please read together with me these 14 verses in Matthew chapter 22, verse 1 to 14. So let us read together. In Mandarin, you can read in Mandarin. If you want to read in English, you can read in English. So I will read the English version. Okay? So 1, 2, 3. Jesus spoke to them again in parables, saying, the kingdom of heaven is like a king who prepared a wedding banquet for his son. Wendy? For you, huh? Let's see your wedding banquet, huh? Okay? He sent his servants to those who had been invited to the banquet to tell them to come, but they refused to come. Then he sent some more servants and said, tell those who have been invited that I have prepared my dinner. My oxen and fattened cattle have been butchered, and everything is ready. Come to the wedding banquet. But they paid no attention and went off, one to his field, another to his business. The rest seized his servants, mistreated them, and killed them. The king was enraged. He sent his army and destroyed those murderers and burned the city. Then he said to his servants, the wedding banquet is ready, but those I invited did not deserve to come. So go to the street corners and invite to the banquet anyone you find. So the servants went out on the streets and gathered all the people they could find, the bad as well as the good, and the wedding hall was filled with guests. But when the king came in to see the guests, he noticed a man there who was not wearing wedding clothes. He asked, how do you get in here without wedding clothes, friend? The man was speechless. Then the king told the attendants, tie him hand and foot and throw him outside into the darkness, where there will be whipping and gnashing him. For many are invited, but few are chosen. So let us stop here. How many of you here understand for what does this parable mean? How many of you here can get a slight answer of slight understanding of this parable? Give me a hand, please. How many of you here understand what this parable means? How many of you here do not understand what does this parable means? How many of you here are ready to hear my explanation for this parable? Give me a hand. Oh, thank you very much. So let's take a look. From the parable, many are invited to join the banquet as you and I. We are all invited to join the banquet and to receive His favor and to share the good news of His favor. So you today, you are invited to come and to receive His favor. But for the parable, as we have known that maybe there's 30 people joining our conference this year, I don't expect 30 people will accept the invitation. And some may think I'm not that ready. Some of you may think I still need some time. So first of all, I just want to tell you and remind you that when you join this conference, you are invited to receive His favor. So just accept this invitation and start to walk in His favor. And secondly, for the parable, there's one guest not wearing the wedding clothes provided by the owner, and he was thrown out the wedding. So how many of you here did not bring your jackets? Show me your jackets, please. Show me your jackets, please. Where's your jacket? All inside there. Okay. Take out your jacket. I know William will bring his jacket because he wear it to the airport. How many of you here did not have your badge? Can you show me your badge? Your badge. Take out your badge. Take out your badge. Please do not take the wrong badge. If you take JIB Geoconstruction badge, JIB specialist, please return to the Geoconstruction staff. For those Geoconstruction, if you take specialist, please return to specialist staff. So please make sure that your badge is correct. How many of you here like this badge? How many of you like this badge? How many of you here do not like this badge? Okay, all like this badge, huh? So today, if you do not bring your jacket, fortunately for you, we still open the door for you. But for those who are not wearing the wedding clothes, I'm so sorry. They may not be so fortunate for you. Even though you can enter the wedding, but you are thrown out of the end. So what does the wedding clothes mean? Wedding clothes represents salvation. Remember Jesus said that you can not all that says, my father is able to go with. Only those who obey his father's word is able to enter into the kingdom of God. So have you come with your own clothes to the Lord? Have you come with your own t-shirt, jeans? How many of you wear t-shirt and jeans today? So do you all wear t-shirt and jeans to Wendy's wedding next year?
Yes.
No invitation now.
Okay, so have you come with your own clothes? Are you clothed in righteousness? Are you clothed in salvation? Or you come in your own clothes, you come in your own deeds, you think I'm so perfect, every day I repent. Do you come in God's salvation? Or did you come with your own clothes? When you respond to God's invitation, did you receive in the right way? So lastly, just a reminder, and I hope I wouldn't offend each one of you here with this. For those who chose to walk away from God's favor are definitely and fully responsible for their actions. So if you do not bring a jacket today, you are fully responsible for not bringing it. Am I right? So if there is no black cloth for you, then you have to take a picture without wearing the jacket. Am I right? So if David did not bring the badge, he's also fully responsible for for not bringing the badge. So, lastly, for those who chose to walk away God's favor are fully responsible and accountable for their actions. So if you choose that you want to work yourself and then earn what you work, can, but you are responsible for what you have done. And how often we forfeited peace and suffered from needless pain and just all because we do not carry everything. If I just pray, I might not need to suffer all of these things. If I just pray, I don't need to suffer forfeited peace and needless pain. So just one verse for you to conclude this year and annual conference. In Hebrews chapter 4 verse 16, and let us read together one more time. Let us then approach God's throne of grace with confidence so that we may receive mercy and find grace to help us in our time of need. So let us then approach to God's throne with confidence, with a mustard seed faith, with your best clothes and your wedding clothes. Please do not come in t-shirt and jeans. That is forbidden. And so that we receive mercy and find grace to help us in our time of need. So, in Jesus' name, our annual conference proclaim the favor of the Lord 2012 officially ends this month. So let's